Tyre Nichols, we have learned, died from blunt force trauma. That is the official narrative from the autopsy report. The details have been shared with Nichols' family, but the autopsy has not been released just yet to the public.
Fox 13's Lakia Scott is in studio with us right now. Lakia, you had a phone conversation with Tyre's stepdad and a detective with attorney Ben Crump, his legal team. And there have been questions previously about Tyre's blood alcohol levels.
Darren Darcy, Tyre's stepdad, told me that the report has no meaning to their family because he says they knew Tyre was not intoxicated and was not taking drugs at the time. Wells says Tyre's blood alcohol level was around 0.03. Wells says Tyre's blood alcohol level was, again, 0.03, but he couldn't confirm that exact percentage. I want to clarify that the family does not have a copy of the report, but they told me that the results were shared with them in a phone conversation with someone from the DA's office. According to Ben Crump's detective, the report shared with the legal team and the family proved that Tyre was well below the legal alcohol limit and had no substantial marijuana in his system. He goes on to say that Tyre was in a normal state, afraid for his life, and was just trying to get home. The detective claims that officers saying Tyre was on drugs was a false narrative created by police. He told me that they are hoping by Tyre's situation to dismantle the, quote, corrupt police culture that leads to innocent black men being killed at the hands of law enforcement. End quote. A Crump's detective told me that this latest autopsy is in line with the autopsy report Crump's office had done back in January, which also shows Tyre died from blunt force trauma and his death was a homicide. Again, that report has not yet been released to the public. Daryl Darcy.
That is Fox 13's Lakia Scott reporting in the studio.
Meanwhile, the family of Tyre Nichols released a statement today after they received the results of that autopsy. Though, through their attorney, I should say, they said, quote, "The legal team representing the family of Tyre Nichols acknowledges the release of the medical examiner's report, the contents of which are highly consistent with our own reporting back in January of last year." The statement continues, saying, "We know now what we knew then. Tyre Nichols died from blunt force trauma, and the manner of death was homicide. The official autopsy report further propels our commitment to seeking justice for this senseless tragedy."